What's going on, fam? It's Jaye Black here. Another video. Salute to everybody that is tuning in. I want to talk about the Bagel guy, the Bagel boss, short man by the name of Chris Morgan. He went viral, I believe, like 2 days ago. And what was kind of lost in it, I don't think it was, but the fact that he basically spoke on how women treated him. And from the outside, people will say, well, he's an incel, he's mad because he can't get women, and this, that, and third. But I want people to understand something. There are women out there, okay, who don't date guys who are short or shorter than them. Okay, now he's about 5 foot. Okay, and he spoke not only in an interview, he did an interview and he spoke about how women mistreat him, women manipulate him, they don't want to date him when they find out how short he is, how they've made fun of him his whole life. This is why the tirade in the bagel shop started, because the woman behind the counter, he felt like she was laughing at him. And again, I'm not a guy who's like really short, so I can't speak for guys who are and what they go through. But I will say this though, I worked with two guys who are basically the same height. They looked like they were about 5'4". As a matter of fact, they became really, really cool on the job. All right. Now, one of them kind of reminded me of this guy, but he's more on the confident side. You know, he likes to talk a lot of shit to people. You know, he's a bit of a shit talker, and especially if you're taller than him, right? Because he kind of did that with me, but I had to step to him. Okay. But I mean, he's cool. You know, we always been cool, but you know, that's what he would do, man. He would always use his mouthpiece in order to either show how tough he was, or when it came to women. Now, he himself had a fiance, he had kids. I don't think that he ever lacked the ability to get women. You know, there was another guy who I believe was married, and he has about 8 kids. I don't know if it's by the same woman or not, but both of those two guys are short, but they've never had a problem getting women or female attention. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that both of those guys had a certain confidence about themselves. One had more of a quiet confidence, the other one had more of a braggadocious confidence. Okay, but with this guy, you can tell that, I mean, he has personality. I mean, this guy definitely has a personality, but you can tell that even with having a personality, there's insecurity. All right, so let's get into this article from the Daily News. It says, Bagel guy goes on bizarre tirade over dating apps. It wasn't just that, but okay. A Long Island bagel shop customer was caught on camera lashing out at other patrons in a bizarre tirade about women rejecting him because of his short stature. Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites, you should be dead? That's okay? The unidentified bagel boss customer roared in a video shared on Twitter Wednesday. The 45-second clip showed vertically challenged customer at the Bayshore location lash out at a female customer Wednesday morning before he was tackled by another much taller man in the store. See, I don't think that should have happened. Okay, there was no reason to tackle this guy. There was no reason whatsoever to tackle this guy. If you can't take verbal back and forths, don't say nothing. Okay, because you basically proved him right when it came to taller guys bullying him. You basically proved him right when you went over there and tackled him. But I guess this guy wanted to impress the women there, because he's probably one of these guys who, you know, always got a cape on ready to defend a woman, even though the guy is no threat to anybody. The best way to deal with this situation was to not say nothing to him, but going back and forth with him, okay, was only going to make this situation heighten even more. And then when you tackle the guy, that makes it even worse because you prove him right. Everywhere I go, I get the same effing smirk with the biting lip, he shouted. Employees at the Bagel Boss chain said the man, who didn't appear to be a regular, walked in around 9 a.m. Wednesday screaming about the dating sites and how women have. Yeah, I saw that part. And that's the thing. I think that his personality makes women not even want to be around him even more. Yes, there are women out there that are not going to date short guys, but it's up to you to build confidence in yourself, because there's a lot of short guys out there who can get the attention of women. It always ain't the women that they necessarily want. I mean, who's with somebody that they truly want to be with? Let's just be real. But you can tell this guy, you know, he has incel tendencies in him, and he's a guy who's dealt with a lot of rejection. You can tell he's dealt with a lot of rejection. You see, he talked tough in that clip, but when it comes to women, I think that when it comes to women, that confidence, all that, you know, being tough and arrogant, that goes away, you know. So not only are you short, you have no confidence in yourself, you know. See, growing up, the short guys never really complained about not getting attention from women. You know, they knew that they had to do whatever it took to get attention from the women they wanted to get attention from, you know. And he also talked in the clip, and I believe in the interview that he did, the post Simp Rant interview, and he talked about how he had bad investments, how financially he was in a bad spot. And I think a lot of that just boiled over because he's basically living in his van, even though I think he should take the opportunity to monetize the situation. But, you know, he's made bad investments. You know, he doesn't have any trustworthy people around him. And because he doesn't have any trustworthy people around him, he is in a situation where he feels like he can't trust anybody. But you have to look yourself in the mirror, man. Okay, let's see. Employees at the Bagel Boss chain said the man, who didn't appear to... Oh, I read that. This is crazy, but the man was very upset. He was short. He went off on the woman about dating sites. The manager, who identified herself as Patty, told the Post. The manager said a female worker was serving the man when the woman looked up and smiled at him. He just went totally nuts. He said, "Why are you smiling at me?" She said he started saying it's because I'm short and nobody wants me. That's sad, man. And that's the reality of incels. You got incels who feel like nobody wants them, so they will go on social media and rant about women and how women don't want them, but you can tell that they don't know the difference between a woman actually liking them and a woman who's actually making fun of them. Because in their eyes, you know, any type of triggered emotion from a woman means that she doesn't like them. But again, your personality may be what's drawing women away from you, because you seem like you have the semblance of a personality which women like. And when you're around those women, all that tends to go away. And that is why those women treat you the way that they do, is because they don't see the consistency in your personality. You know, Diane Reyes, who filmed the deranged episode, said that she and her 3 pals were waiting to order when they overheard him be rude to a female worker. My friend was like, "She's just trying to do her job, leave her alone," the 18-year-old Reyes said. But the comment released a rush of rage from the man as he hurled misogynistic comments at the line of customers. It was insane. I personally never have heard anyone say that, but to be there in person is insane. To see that someone has that mind process, said Reyes, who began recording in case, God forbid, anything happened. In the video, another man could be heard telling an angry customer to calm down. Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss. The fired up customer said, "Dude, do you want to step outside?" After getting an earful, the Good Samaritan lurched at the customer and took him down, which I don't necessarily agree with. That just shows that this guy, well, he was trying to impress those women. And we got too many guys like that. What is tackling him to the ground how is that going to make you look good, sir? How is that going to help the situation? Now he's infamous because of well, in part to himself, but also because of you. Because now, even though he's talking down to those particular females, you tackle him to the ground, gives him an out in the situation, because you want it to be, you want to fly in with your cape. Now you've given a reason for people to feel sorry for him. "I just wanted Bagel," said the woman behind the camera as the two men brawled. Workers at the Bagel Boss on Wednesday praised the unidentified patron who tackled the angry customer. "He is our hero," the manager told the Post. "If he didn't tackle him, it would have gone on and on." So you're praising this guy for tackling a guy who's 5 feet. So you tell him, so that's just like saying, if y'all don't beat this guy up, he won't be quiet. You have to shut him up. But what was crazy was that when he got back up, he kept talking. He kept going at him, man, until he left out of there, man. Like, come on, man. To top it off, the wacky customer didn't pay for his order, a whole wheat bagel with 1 egg white and Swiss cheese. The Suffolk County Police said they responded around 9:20 a.m. to the bagel store fight. There were no injuries and there weren't any charges filed, authorities said. The video of the encounter, which has received 10,000 retweets, has gone viral, with internet rubberneckers even attracting the attention of model Chrissy Teigen. "Do Bagel Boss-esque fights happen often? I need to witness one of these in person," Teigen tweeted. "This could be the thing that drags me out of my house. Where do I need to post up with my camping chair?" That speaks volumes in itself. The bagel shop, meanwhile, is taking the strange incident in stride, with one worker telling the Post, "Tomorrow we're going to try and sell angry cookies." So yes, basically people are going to try to monetize this. I think the guy who needs to monetize the most is this guy. And I think that, he has personality to draw people to him. That's the thing. You don't need to be 6'5" in order to attract people to you. Guys who are that tall don't need to say much of anything. But if you feel like you have deficiencies, you have to figure out ways of being able to maximize those things. And I think he has the tools. I just think he doesn't have the confidence when it comes to it. You see what I'm saying? But y'all let me know in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts.